Having said that, let us just not lose our thread. Whereas, we ended up where we're agreeing to disagree, which is a good place to be at times. I wanted to ask you. I think you said to him you don't believe in the Bible. I mean, obviously.
No.
But is that so, though? Is that so?
If you were to ask me, there are verses in the Bible which I agree with.
Okay.
Can I give you those verses?
No, don't, because I want to ask you.
Verses that I agree.
Yeah.
I believe, as a Muslim, that the Bible has been corrupted.
Okay, now let's stop
To
there.
a certain degree.
Okay, let's just stop there, because that's where I wanted to get to, really.
Yes.
What fascinates me is that I believe the Qur'an instructs you to believe every word of my Bible.
Can I answer that?
I wanted you to.
Okay. Now, when Jesus was on this earth and he was walking in the land of Palestine,
Yes.
he did not preach Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He did not have Paul's letters. So when we talk about the New Testament, when we talk about the canonical Gospels and John's and the letters, we can't say as Muslims that this is from Jesus. The Gospel of Jesus we don't have. We have snippets here and there, snippets of people hearing Jesus saying this or saying that. Now, whatever Jesus says in the Bible, in the New Testament, as an example, when he says the Father is greater than I agree with that. I will not disagree with it because it's true. Jesus is saying that the Father who created Jesus is greater than he. And there are many verses when I read in the canonical Gospels that Jesus says clearly, he's not even ambiguous in any way, shape, or form.
Well, let me explain.
That there is a distinction and differentiation between him and the Lord.
Okay, what we in answer to those, we have the view of the incarnation of Christ. Hebrews says, for time is made little low of the angels. St. Paul in Philippians 2 speaks about him becoming, not holding on to the equality with God, but taking the form of a servant. I'm not going to go into the incarnation because I wanted to be specifically about the Bible.
Yes.
And why I believe that Quran tells you to accept it all.
No, but then what did I say?
Yeah, I know what you said. I was responding to what you said.
The verses in Quran clearly tells us to to believe in Jesus. Because as Muslims, if we do not believe in Jesus, we can't call ourselves Muslims.
All right.
Because the tenets of our faith, people assume the pillars of our faith is what we follow exactly.
Okay.
But when it comes to Iman, faith,
okay, now here's
there
what...
are 6 things that we need
I'm not sure you know what I'm getting at here.
But read the verse.
Yeah.
Read the verse.
Surah 5, verse 47.
Okay.
Hold on a minute, just to make sure. Okay. 46 and then 47. And we sent, following in their footsteps, Jesus the son of Mary, confirming that which came before him, Torah.
Yes.
And we gave him the gospel in which was guidance and light, and confirming that which preceded it of the Torah as guidance and instruction for the righteous. Then 47, and I'll stop there and go on. And let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are the defiantly disobedient.
Yes.
Now, this is being given to Muhammad between 622 and 632. Right?
I've got a perfect answer for you.
Muhammad is saying, so Allah is saying, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. So the people of the gospel that Allah is telling Muhammad to judge by, where do they go to get that gospel?
That's a very good point. Can I
Yeah, I was asking you.
We know today that there has been thousands upon thousands of books that have been left out by the Catholic Church. By the Protestants, they only accept 66. The Catholics only accept 72. 73. Sorry.
Yeah, don't drop one.
I do apologise. The Orthodox 82. So there are many books that exist. We as Muslims, we know that the Gospels. What does Gospel mean? It's in Greek. It's the good news. It basically is good news.
Evangelion.
Yes, Evangelion. It was the good news. And when it says the Injil in Arabic, it's the...
That's Greek, Evangelion.
Yes, the good news. Now, it was not something which
It's
was
not Arabic,
written.
by the way, but anyway.
It comes from the Greek, yes. But it was not something which was written, which was a book. Jesus, when he came onto this earth, his speech was what we as Muslims believe is the gospel.
That's the Injil,
That's the Injil, his speech.
But I need to know,
which was
written.
written.
At the time of Muhammad, though,
Yeah.
Allah is saying let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein.
I'm coming to that.
All right, okay.
Like the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, his wife, his first wife, her first cousin was a Christian. Now, he was a person...
Is that Waraka?
Yes, he was a Christian. Now, we don't know in terms of what books he read or what exactly he followed. But at that time, there were Christians who were believers that Allah was one and that Jesus was sent by Allah. Not the Christians that we see today. And in the Middle East, if you go around the Middle East, you will see for yourself that there are many people that call themselves now Christian, but they don't believe Jesus is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. So when that verse is talking about the people that lived at the time of Jesus, with Jesus, the companions, because now even your modern scholars tell us that the disciples of Jesus didn't worship him.
I want to. That's an issue for a time we will discuss many times. But I'm
Christians
still.
Today is different to what the Christians were then.
Again, we will come to that.
Yes.
You and I on many occasions.
Yes.
But right now, when Allah is saying to Muhammad, or saying to the people, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. To do that, for the people of the gospel to judge by what Allah has revealed therein, at the time of Muhammad's life, when he's on earth, where are the people of the gospel to go to judge by that gospel? Where's the gospel in Muhammad's time?
Okay, as I said to you, it was not something which was written, but there were communities of Christians that had the sayings of Jesus. And look, for example, the book of Barnabas. I'll give you an example of the book of Barnabas. There are there's two Barnabas.
There's a letter of Barnabas,
There's
which I've got,
yes,
and it's a medieval forgery. There are various things in there, and Muslims don't. Well, some Muslims choose to try and rely on it, but even if it's a medieval forgery, it doesn't destroy Islam. I just believe it's a medieval forgery. I still want to know for you to focus on the gospel at the time of Muhammad's time. Go on.
Yes.
Go on.
Look, we as Muslims believe that the message Jesus preached still existed then.
Yeah.
Existed then.
Okay.
It didn't totally disappear.
Okay.
But what men did was they changed his sayings and his words. Now, as I said to you, it does still exist. And there are communities out there that solely believe in what Jesus preached. But it's not the modern day Christians that follow Paul. Because when we look at the modern Christians today, they have ignored everything that Jesus preached.
Don't worry about the modern Christians. We're just going to stay in Muhammad's time, because it's in Muhammad's time this is revealed.
But this is what I'm saying to you. There were communities of people
now,
who followed what Jesus...
How can you judge?
But then what is this?
How can the people of the gospel?
Is the criteria now to decipher what is the correct and what is the incorrect teachings of Jesus.
Okay, the Quran does that, right?
Yes,
so in your view. However, in the Quran, it says, "We gave him, Jesus, the gospel, in which was guidance and light."
Agree.
So then, but then, Allah is saying, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. So if it's saying he's revealed something therein, it has to be this gospel which Allah has given to Jesus, which is guidance. I've only got. I tend not to bring anything with Arabic because that means nobody can accuse me of abusing the Quran, because this is just entirely English, and it's a Muslim. And lots of Muslims love this Sahih International version.
What we need to do first and foremost, when we're reading the Quran, you need to read it in Arabic.
You know what I've got?
It's in Arabic.
I've got another version, and I've got the Yusuf Ali version, and then there are versions online, and they don't depart from this really.
Have you read the tafsir?
No, I've not read the tafsir.
Okay.
No,
so
that's
I would
true.
advise you to first and foremost get an Arabic reader to read it.
Well, hold on. Isn't it fair for me to say Yusuf Ali? I mean, there's an Arabic expert producing a translation.
The way I see it, is Muslims should learn the Arabic language to really, truly understand the Quran.
Right.
Reading it in English.
Have you?
My first language is Arabic.
Yeah, because you were better, weren't you? So you could. If I gave you the Arabic, you could.
I could read it to you.
Okay.
But the tafsir in Islam, I think this is what Christians don't understand. When we look at,
I know there's interpretation, but just let's not wander too much from this. If this is an accurate translation, so I'll put a big if, capital I, capital F, underlined 3 times, bold letters. Right, if this is accurate, it seems to be saying that there's a gospel, there's a written document, which No, Injil, sorry. Injil. There's an Injil, a document.
Written as well. It's not clearly saying it's written.
Well, actually, it's said, Allah is saying, we gave him the gospel in which was guidance and light. If it's in which, it's something external to Jesus, which was given to him. And I understand Muslims saying, in the Injil was given to him.
But his speech could be...
And it says this Injil confirmed that which preceded it of the Torah as guidance and instruction. So it has to be something that's a guidance and instruction.
No, it could be verbal.
No, because when Jesus leaves the earth, it's no longer there. It has to be assigned to writing.
This is where the issue is. You're looking at it from a Christian lens.
I'm only reading this as it is, and I know it's a big if, and it therefore may be not accurate, but when we get an Arabic Qur'an, which perhaps I'll bring next time, you can look at that. But on the basis of, not my translation, this Muslim translation.
But you're looking into the words and changing the words as they see.
If I'm using the English, I think it's to say that there's a written...
Muslim, if I was not Muslim and you read that to me,
yeah.
It doesn't say in any way, shape or form. I will not put in my head, it's written, something which is written.
All right.
It could be something which was orally transmitted. Okay, it could be written, but it's not 100% certain in what you're saying. So all I'm saying to you is, as a Muslim, I believe Jesus, he preached verbally.
So this means then, say it's not written. I think, unless the Arabic is completely been messed up by this English translation.
But it doesn't say written.
It
doesn't say.
When you give somebody when Jesus was given a gospel, given an Injil, if he's been given it, it's not coming out of his mouth because that's him speaking.
This is the issue.
And
we believe that it was written. It wasn't written. For us as Muslims, we believe, and the tafsirs will tell you, when Jesus was on this earth, he would verbally tell people this. And then people used to follow him. He knew the Torah. Allah gave him the Torah.
Now then, all right.
So in terms of, he didn't give it to him in a book.
So let's move away from Jesus
and
to...
the verses tell us clearly that Allah taught him the Torah.
So let us move to the time of Muhammad again. Now, these Christians who are supposed to use the Injil to judge by what Allah has revealed therein. Allah has revealed in the Injil that which the people of the Injil are to judge by. So unless you've got a text, you can't judge by what has been revealed therein. In what has it been revealed?
Look,
according to this.
Okay, I think you haven't read many verses. When Jesus came on this earth, he came to rectify the Jews. What they were doing, I'll tell you what they were doing. They were doing many things which were prohibited. Like in the temple, they would be playing, it was like a marketplace. And you, as Christians, believe this as well, that the Jews, they changed lots of things. They added lots of things to the religion. So Jesus came to rectify their behavior. So Allah is saying to the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, that the Christians, not the Christians, sorry, Isa, the Jesus, he came and he wanted to rectify them. So what you're talking about is his speech in rectifying the people that were doing wrong. Does that make sense?
Right, okay, but I still think that in the time of Muhammad, Jesus has long gone from the earth.
Okay.
If Allah is saying to the Christians of Muhammad's time, look to the gospel to judge by what Allah has revealed therein, they have to have something. They can't just go to somebody who's got oral information that's been apparently handed down for 600 years.
I've never said that all Christianity is wrong.
No, I'm not saying that. It's not about that. It's about how the Christians of Muhammad's time can judge by, quote, what has been revealed therein. There seems to me.
Where Allah tells the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, that he is the final messenger. Now, Jesus, he did not come for the Gentiles, you and I, and it even says in your books.
No, what he came for is a separate issue from what this verse is saying. Because this, I just need to understand how you can actually know what the gospel reveals therein if there's nothing therein.
I think the issue is you don't understand the bigger picture. You know what was happening at the time of the Prophet? The Jews were going to the Prophet Muhammad to ask him to solve disagreements between them. And then the Prophet would say, you know what, look into your books, because what was written in their books was, if a person commits adultery, they should be killed. So the prophet, what they were doing was they wanted the prophet to say, no, none of you guys will be killed. I will change the solution for adultery. No, the prophet was telling them, the Jews at that time, no, look at what your books say. So you need to look at the bigger picture. It's not.
I've got a bit of the bigger picture, a bit more of the Qur'an.
Okay.
Chapter 7, Surah 7, verse 57, 157. Sorry. Those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophets, whom they find written in what they have of the Torah and the Gospel.
Read the whole
It's written in what they have of the Torah and the Gospel. Who enjoins upon them what is right, and prohibits them from what is wrong, and makes lawful for them what is good, and forbids them from what is evil, and relieves them of their burden and the shackles which were upon them. So they who have believed in him, honoured him, supported him, and followed the light which was sent down with him, it is those who will be successful. So here we have Allah saying, those who follow the messenger, whom they find written in what they have of the Torah and the Gospel. So the written Gospel. No?
Look, in the Torah, it clearly tells us that there will be a prophet that will come. A prophet will come. And the Quran
I'm just saying he says it's written Gospel. Written Torah and written Gospel. That means, yeah, 157, the first 2 or 3 lines.
157.
Yeah.
Those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophets, whom they find written, yes please, yeah, find written, see, i.e. described, see look, it's saying they find written, i.e. described. See this is, for me, when I read this in English, for me it's not the Qur'an. The Qur'an is in Arabic.
Okay, so what we're doing, remember, we're just looking at this and deducing what we can from this English translation by Muslims. If it's inaccurate, we can deal with that another time, but for today,
let me just take the quotes.
we've only got this right now. You may have another one, or he may have one.
Let me just take the quotes. Can you show me the other verse as well, please?
Oh, yes, it was 549 and 548 and 549.
Sorry,
548 and 549.
No, which chapter?
Chapter 5,
Chapter 5.
verse 48 and verse 49.
See this, I think, which ayah was this one? Which verse?
This one is chapter 7, verse 175.
175.
No, sorry, 157.
157.
By the way, there is a lot of misunderstanding. Chapter 7, verse 157.
Okay.
You see, the Quran depicts in 2 different forms. So the Torah, that is the real revelation given to Moses and Jesus, respectively. So the Torah given to Moses and the Injil given to Jesus. And there is another way that the Quran depicts the Torah that's with the Jews and the Gospel that are with the Christians. Now, according to Sidney Griffiths, he was a professor in early Christianity. And he wrote a book for the Arabic, Bible in Arabic. And in that book he mentions that there are no evidences of any Bibles that have been translated to Arabic at the time of the Prophet.
Yes.
So the existence of the New Testament was not circulated in Arabic.
Okay.
So the gospel that's talking here is not referring to the New Testament. It's not referring to the Bible that you have today. But in fact, the corrupted version of the Torah, we do have that with us, which is the Tanakh, which consists of the Torah. So the way that the Torah works is it's divided into 3 different categories. One is called the Chumash. Chumash literally means 5, which is the 5 books of Moses, which they claim, which is Genesis, Leviticus, Exodus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And then you have another type of writers, which are called the Nevi'im, which is the prophetic writers. So you have Isaiah. And in fact, the Christians consider Isaiah as the 5th gospel.
No, we don't believe that.
Well, if you go to your Christian scholars,
I'm a Catholic. I read lots of Catholic scholarship, and we're the majority Christian in the world, and the Orthodox don't believe it's the 5th gospel either. I think you can take it in a poetic sense because of Isaiah 52:53.
the majority of your quotes prophesizing about the coming of Jesus is from
But we wouldn't say it's a 5th gospel. That'd be confusing to say that.
in terms of
Great
in terms of
importance.
place and greatness,
No doubt we put great importance on Isaiah. But just going back to your point about the Gospels, you see, we'd say that.
Sorry, I need to go pray. I do apologize. Yeah.
Okay, are we done then?
Yes.
Well, maybe next time.
Next time, yes.
All right, and maybe in Arabic.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm on my feet.
Well, I might go myself, so you know. All right.